Imagine opening Facebook on your phone and realizing you've somehow logged into a complete stranger's account. You've never met her, you don't know her password, you don't even live in the same state. And no matter what you do, you can't seem to log out. It sounds like the beginning of a hacking nightmare, but instead it became one of the craziest real-life love stories I've ever heard. And this story starts back in 2009 when Schuler Benson, who lived in Arkansas, opened Facebook on his flip phone. Instead of seeing his own account, he was staring at the Facebook page of a woman named Celeste Zendler. Now, Schuler had absolutely no idea who Celeste was. They'd never met, they had no mutual friends, they lived about 1,000 miles apart, and as far as he knew, there was absolutely no reason Facebook should have connected these two people. So naturally, Schuler tried to log out, except he couldn't. Every time he opened Facebook on that phone, he somehow ended up right back inside Celeste's account. At one point, he actually started posting from her page, trying to get somebody to help him figure out what was happening. Imagine being Celeste's friend and suddenly seeing posts from some random guy basically saying, "Hi, I'm not Celeste. Can somebody please tell me how to get out of here?" Eventually, Celeste's friends noticed and told her that some stranger appeared to have access to her Facebook. Now, she's trying to figure out who this guy is. And he's trying to convince everyone he didn't steal her password, and neither of them can explain how this happened in the first place. They tried different ways to fix it, but nothing seemed to work. Finally, Celeste sent Schuler a friend request, and somehow after that, he was finally able to get out of her account. And really, that should have been the end of the story. Problem fixed, delete the stranger, move on with your life. In fact, Celeste later admitted that she originally planned to delete Schuler after a few days. But they started talking, and the more they talked, the stranger this whole coincidence became, because these two people, who supposedly had nothing connecting them, discovered they actually had a ridiculous amount in common. The conversations kept going, and what started as this bizarre Facebook accident slowly turned into a real relationship. But here's the crazy part. They didn't meet in person for 4 years. For 4 years, they stayed connected online while living in different states. And then in June of 2013, Schuler and Celeste finally met face-to-face for the first time. And apparently whatever connection they built online was just as real in person. By that fall, Celeste made a huge decision. She left Colorado and moved to Arkansas to be with Schuler. About a year later, the two became engaged, eventually moving to South Carolina together. And then in June 2015, 6 years after one of the weirdest Facebook glitches imaginable, Schuler and Celeste got married. I mean, seriously, what are the chances of this? Schuler didn't send her a friend request. Celeste didn't know any of his friends. There wasn't some dating algorithm saying that they were capable or compatible. His phone somehow opened the Facebook account of a woman he'd never heard of, living hundreds of miles away, and then wouldn't let him leave it. And the woman who originally planned to delete this random stranger ended up marrying him. That's what I love about this story. If that glitch lasts 5 seconds instead of several days, maybe they would have never spoken. If Celeste had never sent that friend request, maybe Schuler would just have disappeared from her life completely. There were 100 little moments. Where this could have ended. Instead, a mistake that shouldn't have happened introduced two people who probably never would have found each other otherwise. Sometimes love comes knocking at your Facebook. So until next time, remember that every ordinary person has an extraordinary story. I'm Amber Joy, and I'll see you in the next story.